Hi, how are you guys? Famous Birthdays asked me to answer a few Q&A, so here I am. Let's get to it. First question, have you ever seriously considered quitting social media? Yes. Imposter syndrome is real and it gets me every single time. And I often wonder what the heck am I doing on social media? But then I remember how much fun I'm having and then I just keep going. So yes, I have many times, but I'm still here. If you could find out one thing about your future, what could it be? What would it be? This is going to be such a mom thing to say, but I want to know how my kids turn out. I want to know where they are living, who and if they marry, what careers they have, what they look like. Do they have long hair, short hair, no hair? I want to know it all. And as a parent, I mean, who doesn't wonder about these things, right? So yes, I would love to have a crystal ball and figure that out. I don't know what I would do with that information though. But anyway, yeah. If you could have your dream vacation, where would you go and what would you do? I would go to Asia, specifically Korea, Japan, Taiwan, Thailand, and I'd probably go back to Hong Kong. So basically all of Asia, because I've never been anywhere other than Hong Kong, and I went like a long time ago. And what would I do there? I would eat. I mean, what else is there really to do when you travel? I would eat. If there's one meal you would eat for the rest of your life, what would you choose? What would you choose? I kind of answered that in the last question, but I would eat Asian food, specifically Chinese food. Okay, because, and I know that's very typical for me to say that, but because I'm Chinese, it's comfort food for me. And I figure if I have to eat it for the rest of my life, I want to be comfortable. So comfort food it is, Chinese food. Next question, what advice would you give your past self? I would say, you're allowed to make mistakes. You're allowed to make mistakes. You're supposed to make mistakes as long as you learn from them. And don't be afraid of judgment. Everybody judges, like we all judge, every single person judges, as long as you don't let the judgment prevent you from being who you truly are. Also, don't be so quick to judge, because I was definitely like that in my past life. Very quick to judge, and I've learned the hard way not to do that, because you never know what other people are going through. I know that's so cliche, but it's very, very true. You never know what's going on inside someone's head, so don't be so quick to judge. What advice would you have for someone who wants to be a social media creator? Don't look at numbers. Don't let the numbers define you. I think I should say that. Don't let the numbers define you. Because obviously you can look at the numbers to help you grow if you're going to use that as a measuring point for yourself. But don't look at numbers and then look at somebody else's numbers. Like if you're going to look at your numbers, look at your numbers and that's it. Don't be looking at anybody else's numbers, because that comparison game, it will derail you so fast. So yeah, don't let it define your worth. The numbers game, don't let it define your worth. Just focus on you and what you're doing. What is one thing most people who follow you don't know about you? Not a lot, because I'm a pretty open book. But I would say I played rugby in high school, and I wasn't very good. I played in the back, but I just wanted to be part of a team. I got one major concussion where I could not remember the day, the time, where I was, what I was doing. Like I couldn't remember anything. It was one of the scariest moments of my life. And my parents told me that if I continued playing rugby into university, that they would not pay for my tuition. So it was a pretty easy decision to quit. What is your biggest pet peeve? Know-it-alls. That's all. Know-it-alls. Biggest pet peeve. Need I say more? What would be the one superpower you would choose to have? Oh, I talk about this all the time with my friends. Teleportation. Okay, listen. Flight prices, you don't have to do that. Sitting in traffic, you don't have to do that. All the commute time, you don't have to do that. Planning out, like, okay, I gotta leave like an hour before I get to get... None of that. You just teleport. Get ready, all done, bloop, bloop, you're there. Oh, I'm done. Teleportation, hands down. When did you first go viral? Okay, December 2020. I remember it like it was yesterday. It's so clear. It was a Wednesday. I was driving my daughter to swim class, and I decided to post a video of her crying after watching Mulan that she was crying because she couldn't speak Chinese like her grandparents. And it went from like 0 to 1 million within like an hour, and I didn't know what to do with it. At the time, I think I was sitting at like 30,000 followers on TikTok. And I was such a noob in that entire space. I didn't know what to do. It got picked up by a few news media outlets, online news, and some Chinese media outlets. So yeah, it went crazy to the point where my family was calling me being like, is everything okay? But anyway, that was the first time and kind of the last time. Who were the first creators you followed on social media? On TikTok, it was Twitch. Yeah, and his wife Allison, but the very first one, very first one was Twitch. So it was a very sad day that day. Okay, last question. Do you see social media as your long-term career path? If not, what could you see yourself doing? So as of right now, social media is kind of a hobby. It's a side gig, and that somehow is a hobby that turned into, something. I'm very lucky to have this platform. And I think eventually I want to move into the space full time. It's hard for someone my age with 2 young children, a young family, and all these responsibilities to make the jump from a 9-to-5 job, a steady, reliable, with benefits and pension, to something like this. But I think I gotta do it at some point in time. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna make it happen because it's what I love, and it still gives me life. So anyway, that is all the Q&A, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.